As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Get breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.
Well, hey guys, so we're back this afternoon because we have a lot to kind of unpack, and you guys are going to have to follow with me here. So it's nice to see everybody. I'm not going to go through, well, of course I have to now because guidance is the first one. I can't miss guidance. So I'll just go through briefly and say hi to everybody. Good afternoon, guidance. Connie is up in the house. It's nice to see you and see you live. Shannon, Miss Robin, I am present. Days, it's nice to see you. Laura Dawn, Brandy, good afternoon. Gigi, Tammy Sue, it's nice to see you. Candy Apple, it's nice to see you, honey. Mel, good afternoon. Victoria, love it. Stacy, it's nice to see you. Reading books. Teresa, it's nice to see you. And who else do we have? Hey! Ronnie's up in the house. Katrina, it's nice to see you, cool gamer. Lady 7 up. Hot damn, bookworms in the house. Those were two separate people for those. Just happened to rhyme together. Just happened to rhyme. Bye, you babe. It's nice to see you. Donna, Angie, TLC, Stevie's mom, Vermont. Wow, we got a lot of people up in the house. Jessica, Cynthia, Jamie, and Net. Oh, Net L. It's nice to see you, love. It's me, Jen. It's nice to see you this afternoon. So I'm going to try to unpack this the best way I know how. First, I want to start out by saying, let me give a Reader's Digest version of this for the people that don't understand. We were hearing it was a 19-year-old girl. We're learning that she's only 18, had disappeared from her home the day that she was supposed to be induced for her labor to give birth to her child. And that's really all that we had at the time. We didn't have a whole lot of information to go on, and the boyfriend was gone as well. There were some digging in the background, and it was realized fairly early on that there was some abuse a year ago between both the girl and the boy. There was screams from the neighbor that the neighbor heard the night that they disappeared. And then several days later, nobody heard anything. They had a vigil asking the community for help. A family member received a tip that led to the car. They found the bodies of the pregnant mom and her boyfriend / fiance. We looked into it. We see that there's a clear gang relation. There was drugs involved. We've got we can show you guys here the drugs that were involved. It was significant. It's, there are some issues here. So we didn't know what was going on. Then we saw the video come out. The video clearly saw a very heavy set man. And then while we were wrapping up our last show, we started receiving some tips on possible people, predominantly the ex-girlfriend of Matthew Guerra. If I'm saying it, Guerra. I think I said it right the first show. I'm having problems this show. Either way. So I wanted to first start off by saying that the Bexar County, or is it Bear County Medical Examiner Office ruled the deaths of Savanah Nicole Soto, 18, and Matthew Guerra, 22, homicides caused by gunshot wound to the head. This morning, when we were on our live, it was only noted that Matthew had a cause of death, and it wasn't even determined homicide. It was just that he died from a gunshot wound. So now they are both they've both been through the medical examiner's office. They're both homicide by gunshot wound. So now we have official cause of death for both of them. We were talking, and of course, I was, cognizant and cautious of what I was presenting here because stuff was coming in here pretty quickly. And one of the things that came in was a post on Facebook from a Damon Anthony that said, "I hope everyone is having a good day except Annalisa Terrazas. Terrazas? I can't pronounce. My Hooked on Phonics is broke. But I think it's Terrazas. I could be wrong, and it's probably an R rolled there, I'm sure. Either way, I'm like, who is this? And then we start learning that this is the ex-girlfriend of, at least allegedly, the ex-girlfriend of Matthew. And so it brings us to the mother because we saw the video of a very heavy set man stepping out of the vehicle. And so everybody started looking, right? This looks like the guy. It looks like the guy. And this just so happens to be her father. And we see photos where we can clearly see the tail end of a dark colored truck in one of their photos that they had up. I believe it was for Halloween. So I'm searching. We started hearing this name, and I saw this post from Ickmill saying that this particular person's name that we're hearing about is not anything related to Savanah Soto or Matthew's case. But is it? Because we were looking into it. We thought it had nothing to do with it. But then there's an article that kind of wraps it all together as to who this person is. So I'm hearing that this man's information is incorrect, but I looked into it. So we'll talk about it. Let's just listen to what he has to say.
So here's a slight update. Now, this is all alleged. I'm just, reporting what I found so far, what I came across. But allegedly, Annalisa's boyfriend, his name is Trevor Morris. He's been arrested. He got arrested earlier today.
And I want to tell you that Trevor is not her boyfriend's name, from my understanding from the articles I read. So I just want to let you know that this, from my understanding, is partially right, partially incorrect.
And these right here are his charges. See him right here. All right. But he was just arrested for this earlier today. And his name, instead of Mr. Nonchalant, his name is Trevor Tobias Wayne Morse.
Okay, so you guys heard that. And so I started looking into these allegations of this person. And I did come across the information. And the person is truly arrested and has been charged with some type of crimes that appear to be closely related to this case. But we're learning that this is not her current boyfriend. This, I believe, might be one of his friends, because in an article from, and where did it go? I had a crash right before this came on. So let me see if I can find it. Model fact, is that the one? No. Oh, well, I've got his information right here. And so this is the article right here, as a matter of fact. So, and then I start researching this guy's name, and I come across this breaking news about Trevor Morris arrested. But this is what it says. It says authorities have taken a significant step in an ongoing investigation as another name steps in. Kyrie Joffrey Bruno Jr. Some sources reveal the real culprit is Kyrie, because this Kyrie person is the boyfriend of Annalisa. And let me just read this particular article. We'll have it up here. We'll kind of read it together. It's big enough that you guys can see it. And this kind of explains the whole misconception and misunderstanding about Trevor Morris. So it says, breaking news, Trevor Morris arrested. Authorities have taken significant steps in an ongoing investigation as another name steps in, Kyrie Joffrey Bruno Jr. Some sources reveal the real culprit is Kyrie. The San Antonio Police Department is investigating Trevor Morris for his suspected role in the shooting murders of Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra. At an apartment complex, the bodies were located in Guerra's vehicle. The event is being investigated as a capital murder case, with 2 people of interest identified in a video that has been published. The video shows one guy departing a dark-colored pickup truck and approaching Guerra's car while another exits the driver's seat. Investigators are looking at the surveillance recordings, social media, and telephone records to piece together what happened before the double shooting. Gunshot wounds killed both individuals to the head. The motivation is unknown, and the community is asked to contact SAPD Homicide with any information. There's also another article that's attached to this, and it of course, it showcases the photo of the much larger guy, which we kind of identified ourselves as being Annalisa's father. It looks really like him, and he has a bowling ball, almost like a when he felt like he was getting out of the truck and he almost fell forward in a sense because of the belly. And this guy looks really close to him. And so it is believed that this is Tyree and this is Annalisa. This is coming from her very page. This girl right here looks very similar to this being posted on TikTok. And you're going to want to pay attention to this because you're going to want to pay attention to those stairs. Because if you guys recognize these stairs, I don't know how many of you guys saw Justice for All and Plunder's video this morning. We actually played Plunder's video on this channel before I realized that Justice for All had played it. So I want you guys to see this because this really does look a lot like Annalisa, and she's crying out in front of the very steps that we saw 3 gentlemen talking about murdering somebody.
You think I need it later? Or, I don't know, I'm just trying to get pictures to my grandma, but she's getting her daughter putting me. Me and my mother got an argument that she's throwing all my stuff outside. Messing my makeup and like, I'm telling my grandma she could try.
I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying. But this is the video right here. Let me see if I can get it to the right spot. Right here, where you see, there it is. The same exact hallway. And that appeared to be Annalisa. Now, I could be wrong. This is all speculative, right? This is all speculative in nature, but I want you to listen to this. Oh, where is it? Hold on. I know he was playing. Oh, here it is. I passed it. There it is.
Because we didn't recognize it. You know what I mean? Because nigga, what? You don't know something like that? But that's another bitch, yeah. And her nigga that they
So I want you to come. I want you to, and the reason why I'm letting you say this, because I just realized it said Spanish. Let me find Plunder's. Here's Plunder's video, and it has the same one at the beginning, and you can hear what they're saying. This is the same exact video right here. It's just they did a rendering of it. They reduced it to a rendering.
Because we didn't recognize it. You know what I mean? Because nigga, what? You don't know something like that? But that's another bitch, yeah. And her nigga that they nigga, I'm blowing up right now over there. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
So that was the one, and then this is the one from Justin. I get up to the. Okay, I think this right here. Same stairs.
Because we didn't recognize it. You know what I mean? Because nigga, what? You don't know something like that?
And if you notice, that guy right there, surely does resemble this guy right here. And he is sitting there talking in the hallways about offing Savanah and her boyfriend. So we get this notification that this other guy is arrested. He must have been an accomplice, because it's from my understanding, these two people here are responsible or had a hand in the murder of Savanah and Matthew. Now, I could be completely wrong. This is allegedly. They have not been arrested to the best of my knowledge yet. I heard that Annalisa, or Annalise, whatever her name is, it says Annalisa, she's going to be required, if she hasn't already, to go down there. Because a man that resembles her father appears to be at a truck. Again, let me just remind you what her father looks like. Let me move this over. Let me just pull this down so I can see what the next photo is, because I got to be careful because I'm on a... Oh, ha! And look at this shit. Excuse my language. Guess who shows up at the crime scene? At the crime scene, nonetheless. Look at this. That's the car. There's the police tape. And look at that. Looks a little bit like that. At the crime scene. Now, is it the same person? I don't know. I wasn't there. All I can tell you is it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. Let me see if I can find it again. Okay, so I didn't get them all out. Here we go. So now we're getting names here. And this would come back to, and I will tell you this is what's very interesting, is that this appears to be, we heard early on, and we didn't know whether the information was true or not, because it came from Matthew's cousin that was at the scene of this when they found the car. And she indicated to several news outlets that when they came across the car, Savanah was in the front seat with the baby seat over her head. That's what we heard. Now, I don't know how true that is. That's just what I heard. And then I heard that in the back seat, Matthew was in the back seat with his waist, everything from his waist down exposed, and that he was tortured. And the way it was described of it being tortured, it sounded like a Bobbitt type of situation. The way it was described. That's kind of what, my mind went to when we were reading the description of what condition Matthew was in. But at the time, we didn't know whether it was true or not, because every news outlet that ran with that story said the alleged or the named cousin or something. They alluded like they didn't know for sure whether she was the cousin or not. So I was really cautious about even bringing that to light. But then when law enforcement came out and confirmed that Savanah was in the front seat and he was in the back seat, then it was like, okay, well, this person obviously knows what they were talking about, because they told the position of the people before law enforcement did. So then it kind of gave her statement a lot more credibility that, yes, it looks like that he was tortured. And the first thing I said was possibly an SA or a love triangle type of situation. And this appears to be possibly that, because now we've got a hallway with a Blink doorbell camera that has Annalisa in it, upset about something with her boyfriend. And then we have another clip that allegedly has come out since the murders. And you see her boyfriend talking about the murders of these people and how he's blowing up since he did this. So obviously a lot of people on those streets know exactly what happened. Because if he's blowing up, that means the word's gotten around. He's got street cred now. And if he's got street cred, people know what he did. So there's a lot of people with information. And as he was so happy it appeared. I mean, he did sound pretty proud of himself, as disgusting as it sounds. Let's listen to it again. I mean, just clarify. I mean, the kid looks like Annalisa's boyfriend. And the big dude in the vehicle, the truck, looks like her father. That's some pretty... Now, granted, we don't know. We don't know. We weren't there, right? But I can tell you, it's an awful lot of coincidences that are circling back to this Annalisa, this ex-girlfriend of Matthew. And wouldn't it make sense that what a sick, twisted bee would kill her ex-boyfriend's girlfriend literally the day before that she's supposed to give birth to his child, and he just so happens to be tortured from the waist down? It's starting to make sense now, isn't it? Now, again, this is all allegedly, and I can't confirm these as facts. All I can do is present the information that I found, and you're going to have to put this stuff together for yourself. But for me, I'm going to say Elisa and her boyfriend have a lot to do with this. Just saying. From what I'm gathering right now, it appears that to be so. Let's listen to how giddy this person is. Let's listen to it. It's sickening. Sickening. Kills a pregnant mom. Literally, her baby was literally about to breathe air in freaking hours. This son of a... I don't know what to say. He's pretty stinking proud of himself. Now, granted, we can't even confirm that this is legit. I don't know where this video come from. I mean, I know it's on Justice for All. I trust Justice for All to doing his due diligence and things of that nature. And now we understand why there's been so mixed information related to that arrest, because the arrest itself sounds like the person that was arrested is an accessory as opposed to being the person that ended up putting the bullets in these people. Now, I don't know if this was a boyfriend-girlfriend, duo where, they had a pact where one of them would do one and the other one would do the other, or if this animal, this guy, her boyfriend, really had the kahunas and the balls to literally put a gun to a pregnant woman's head. But I think that we're going to be coming to a very swift ending to this case. I think that law enforcement has a great idea about what happened. The whole brawl there's so much going on with this case. It's hard to tell what the motive really was, because you have this major, they just had a murder in their family just last year, and they've had a brawl in the courthouse when this assailant for the brother was being brought to court. The Soto family jumps over the partition and just starts wailing on this guy that killed their family member a year ago, which just happens to be Savanah Soto's brother. So, and if we were to think that hit her brother last year was gang related, that means by them jumping over that partition and beating the crap out of that guy, they're beating the crap out of a gang member, and there's such thing as gang retaliation. And so that was always in our mind, was this gang retaliation. Let me find this other stuff, because you're going to need to see this. This is super, super important. And let me find it. Here it is. Okay. Give me just a second. Let me put this up here. This is on his Telegram page. And I didn't realize Telegram. I use Telegram, for stuff, but I didn't even realize that you can be doing some dirty stuff on Telegram. Apparently you can, because it sure looks like he's dealing on Telegram. I'm just saying, never seen this before, but Telegram, clean your act up. Clean your act up. This is on his personal Telegram page. Okay. Why isn't it moving? Am I going to have to? Is that it? Oh, no. You're going to want to see all this. Why isn't it playing? All right. It's not cooperating for me, guys. I'm sorry. You guys are going to have to see it small. Hold on, let me go back to the beginning, and then I'll blow it up. There we go. This is on his Telegram page. You're talking about some large quantities of, narcotics and other paraphernalia. So, and he was selling this stuff. Like I said, it appears on Telegram. That is a lot. You are absolutely correct with that. You are absolutely correct. Now, I can't guarantee the authenticity of the products that you're seeing on the screen. Obviously, we have no ability to confirm or deny whether this is actually the substances portrayed in this video. However, what I can tell you is it does not look good. And it shows, if I can say, a massive amount of weight. I mean, a massive amount of weight. So as you can see, and I can honestly tell you, I cannot take credit for all of this work. I gotta tell you, my mods did an amazing job at, thank you, Bayou Babe, allegedly. We want to make sure that we are allegedly speaking about this. I can't say what that is. I'm not there. It ain't my product, thank God, because I have a funny feeling my sheriff would be beating my door down and taking my butt to jail. I'm shocked. I've got to be honest with you. I am utterly shocked that, because Backpage was removed. We had Silk Row, the guy that was on Silk Row or whatever that dark web crap is going to jail and in prison for the crimes that they committed. And now I'm realizing a platform that I utilize. It's the one that I utilized when I was doing protesting work and stuff like that. I could network very quickly through Telegram and get a massive amount of people located in one area for my political work just by posting in a few chats on Telegram. This is where my mind is so blown, because I never in a million years think that people will utilize this stuff for criminal activity. Like, I feel so ignorant sometimes. I really do. I feel naive, stupid, and ignorant. I am completely, utterly shocked that this stuff is going on Telegram. But clearly it is. Clearly it is. So this idea he wasn't this dealer, or he didn't have a lot and he wasn't moving a lot of product, let me just rest assured the man was. But one thing that I heard in the back chat, now remember, I can't corroborate this and I can't say that this is fact, this is rumored, but it was my understanding that this is from the same people that said that he was in the back seat of the car too, from my understanding. Is that when the father went over to the house and they weren't answering the door and he kicked it in, it is my understanding the father found the drugs, found the money, and found the guns and removed those from the house and took those with him. So the reason why I'm telling you this, again, it's not to get daddy in trouble. I don't want daddy in trouble. I don't care what he does. I don't care what kind of product he has in his house. He deserves a free pass. His son is dead. They're not, those police are not the drug police. They're the murder police. Okay. So they're not there for drugs. Okay. So I'm not worried about it, but I did want to tell you guys that the reason for this is because it's not a robbery. If they had the money, drugs, and guns in that house when the father kicked in the door, this was not a robbery. This was not a drug deal gone bad, because all those drugs and all that money and those guns would have been taken with them. All of that was left. A candle was on. No forced entry. This was somebody that they knew, like an ex-girlfriend. But I just find it awfully funny that we have an ex-girlfriend, somebody that looks like her current boyfriend talking about offing them, and somebody that looks really similar to her father being at the scene of where a car was dumped. Now, again, I'm not going to allege one way or another. All I can do is speak for myself. And for me, I would say Annalisa is absolutely 100% involved in this crime with her boyfriend based upon what we have so far. So that's the information. Let me see what else I've got here. We've got a lot. But I think this was the sealing of the fate right here, because you've got her boyfriend, somebody that appears to be her boyfriend, in literally the very same hallway as she's in. I mean, we do have that as well. So again, there's a lot here to unpack. There's a lot here to unbox. I don't know if anybody else has any information or anything to contribute to this, because we are trying to find out information. Are they, like, is Annalisa down there right now being questioned? Do we have any access to the family, to anybody that can give us some remote information on what is going on? Because let's face it, I don't care what these kids did. I really don't care. I don't care if they went in and robbed a freaking drug dealer. I don't care. I don't care if they went out and just whipped somebody's behind. Nothing that they do, and I mean nothing they have done, should have ever resulted in this. That baby did nothing to them. That baby was killed literally hours before he got to meet his mom, his dad, and the world. Absolutely something that I just can't explain. Her videos are now deleted. Oh, I'm sure. I captured them. It was like 5 videos anyways. But if they were on her TikTok, I captured them. I went ahead and captured everything I could today. I was actually going to go live with this later tonight, but then, because I had heard, I was just going to come live with you guys to let you know that they did finally get the cause of death for Savanah. But as I was researching, the information related to that, I started seeing stuff being released like 14 and 16 hours ago that we hadn't seen. And then I started seeing other reports saying the information that was being released 15 and 16 hours ago was incorrect. It was bogus. It was phony. So I'm like, well, this seems like it has some meat. So we just kept digging. And finally, one of my mods sent me the article that tied it all together, that yes, this guy is not, this is not Annalisa's boyfriend that was arrested, but he's obviously related to, you know what? Let me go back to that. Hold on a second. No. Okay. Because the guy that that was arrested had a buzz cut. And so I was going to see if one of the other 2 guys there, but I don't know. I think that we're going to find out that Annalisa was definitely responsible or had some knowledge of it. It's just that this guy looks too much like her boyfriend, and the guy that got out of the pickup truck looks too much like her father. There's too many connections. So there you guys have it. That's the information I have. You guys can go out into the world with it. If people want to know where I got this information from, they can reach out to me at bullhornbetty@gmail.com, and I'm happy to send them all the URLs so they can verify the sources and information like that related to this, to all of this. So hopefully that clarifies some things, but it sounds like we're on the right track. It sounds like, the stuff that we heard early on is starting to make sense, especially with the torture and learning that it didn't appear to be a robbery at the home. So it is personal, and it seems like it would have been somebody that they would have opened the door to, like his ex-girlfriend. They may have begrudgingly, opened the door, but obviously something happened because the neighbor heard Savanah scream. So at some point, whatever was going on in that house changed very quickly. And obviously they're gone. And I can't help but to think that this was premeditated, just to let you know, because of the timing with the birth. this being an ex-girlfriend. And if it really was that close to them, if it really was hitting that close to home, then yeah, absolutely. I just think I really do. I don't know if the guy did it. I kind of feel like the guy did it, but the girl was driving that car. I believe there was a girl behind the wheel of that car. I saw the hair, I saw the ears, and I saw the side of the face. And it was either a really pretty guy, or it was a girl. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. I hope that was important. I hope I was able to educate you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And on your way out, please don't forget to give me the thumbs up. God bless each and every one of you. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe and kind to one another. God bless.